So next I'd like to welcome to the stage the CEO and Director of CannAmerica Brands. CannAmerica operates a portfolio of cannabis brands with licensing agreements in Colorado, Nevada, and Maryland, and maybe more. So please welcome Dan Anglin to the stage.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. My name is Dan Anglin. As she said, the CEO and founder of CannAmerica. I'm actually founder of multiple branding companies in the cannabis space. I was the member of the first license that was issued in the state of Colorado for cannabis operations, which means that we were the first to be licensed in the world as legal cannabis operators. So I've been doing this a long time. I was not involved in cannabis prior to regulated business, so I don't have any black market or gray market experience. My entire history is under the regulated and public policy created space. I am a Desert Shield, Desert Storm Marine Corps veteran, which is one of the reasons why my current, thank you, why our current branding is so patriotic. It's really resonated well with the consumer of adult use cannabis, because every time it happens in an emerging marketplace, it really is a sense of freedom. Our slogan as we started our company was Taste the Freedom. We've moved to Be Free, and now Brand of the Free, Home of the Crave. It resonates well. It really does. In the medical space, it additionally resonates well, but our science is what has helped us in the medical space. So you can see our products that we're known for in Colorado and Nevada is our confections. They're gummy-based products. You can see on the left, that's a B50 bomber. Those are 50 milligram gummies servings. And then on the right is two different offerings that we're very well known for. We're a top 10 brand in Colorado. We just got into the Nevada space about 6 weeks ago, and we're a disruptive brand when we enter into the marketplace because our skills are scale and quality. So with that, I'll try to get through this deck as quickly as possible since we're behind. What the concept is that since I've been in this space, I've been licensed 38 times. I've owned a retail, I've owned multiple cultivations, and I've owned multiple manufacturings in multiple states. This brand we knew was the brand that was really nailing it in the consumer satisfaction side. And so as I began to look at expansion, the thought of duplicating a 48-person staff with lots of costs and COGS and raising 10 to 15, maybe 20 million US dollars for every marketplace was frustrating. I'd already been raising money for pretty much every day of my cannabis career. And the thought of doing it again just to get into the markets that we wanted to have penetration into was not something that I was looking forward to. Additionally, managing all of these operations out of one company just didn't seem realistic from one market to another. So what we did was we created an intellectual property company, put all of our standard operating procedures, all of our supply chain, all of our branding, and basically created a franchising model that we call a licensing model, because while it's federally illegal in the United States, there's 4 key points to franchise law for any of the attorneys in the room. So we had 3 out of those 4. Our primary advantage is our scalability. We can make 50,000 pieces of candy in a day in an 8-hour shift with 4 people. And we can take what we do and put it into an existing operating manufacturing facility within 3 weeks and have you disrupt the marketplace with upwards of 5,000 units of product in a smaller market within a month. Part of our success has been our commitment to quality. We were the very first edibles company to change the food grade oil from just decarboxylated oil, which if any of you know what that is, it's just black oil, to distillate. Distillate is what you see in vape pens. Distillate is what you see in droppers and syringes. Full spectrum distillate is what we were going for. We're a hydrocarbon company. We can utilize any type of extracted oil, but we prefer hydrocarbon for the terpene profile. When it comes to edibles, the consumer is really looking for a certain type of taste and a certain type of efficacy and experience. And that's just born out of, part of my experiences. Our company was not only the first to be licensed in the world, we were the first to do scale in cannabis gummies. So my first company in this space was Edipure, and if you're from California, Washington, or Colorado, you know that name. We've probably distributed somewhere around 100 million pieces of cannabis gummies in those 3 states in just my short period of time from 2011 to 2015. At Americana and then CannAmerica, we have done 12 million units in one market, and I've just kind of stopped counting as we expand. So, these commitments to quality, this experience, this really established brand creation. We've done concentrates brand creation under the moniker Live Labs. We've done multiple different types of R&D. We were doing inhalers 4 years ago before anybody had even heard of it in that space. I mean, this is what we do as a company, is we identify what consumers are really looking for. So, part of what we offer to people in this space is the opportunity to take just our brand and manufacture it and distribute it. And I think I'm probably running out of time, so we'll go ahead and keep flipping through some of these things. But what the purpose of going public was to be able to have access to capital, to have that opportunity to acquire other brands and other verticals. And as we license our flagship brand, CannAmerica, in these different spaces, as we acquire other brands, what we will then do is bring those brands with us into our licensee's facility, which basically instantly makes them a white labeling company, which is what most manufacturers of infused products have been talking about for the last 3 years, but they haven't figured out how to partner with the right group. So, based on our experience of what products work and what groups work and what consumers are looking for, we went public just solely for that opportunity to begin acquiring brands, much like Johnson & Johnson, and put them under our umbrella of CannAmerica. We don't want to change their brand. We just want to acquire that brand and add it to our portfolio, and then add it to our manufacturing partners, which then put them on the shelves. Because at the end of the day, when you're a manufacturer or distributor, shelf space is everything for that retail experience. And as that retail experience declines, once the Amazon of cannabis begins making distribution nationwide, brands are the only things that are left. And so we want to do is we want to acquire as many meaningful brands and as many verticals as possible in products, so that we can then continue to service consumers no matter whether or not there's a retail experience or an online ordering experience or a delivery experience. So, these opportunities and all, every day the opportunities change. Right now our focus is really on the Midwest. Michigan's very exciting. The new governor of Illinois has not only given a clear signal, has basically said, I will be making adult use available as soon as I become governor. That's 23 million residents in those 2 states, which is 3 times that of Colorado. And Colorado does $1.5 billion in cannabis business alone. So again, this is a very long deck. What you see is our packaging. We're really good at the packaging. We're really good at the branding. We're really good at creating excellent products. But now what we're trying to do is we're trying to create opportunities for investors and shareholders in the space that are wanting to get into cannabis to be a part of something that's on that curve ahead of all of the investment that's being made into buildings and all of the investment that's being made into various technologies. Once the federal government in the United States says yes to cannabis, all new real estate and development will cease, and those people who have large enough facilities will then be servicing the entire country, if not, working with other countries that are exporting across to Europe and whatnot, whether that be Canada, whether that be Jamaica, whether that be whomever. And so that's what our focus is on, is providing these large-scale cultivators and people with manufacturing facilities with the know-how and equipment to create their level of scale to be able to enter into that market meaningfully and with dominance. Global dominance is kind of our internal motto and has been for 8 years, and we continue to roll in that direction. What you just saw was our Maryland license, and prior to that was our partners in Nevada, and prior to that was our partners in Colorado. Again, I think I've run out of time thanks to the fire department. This is probably one of our first acquisitions, is a new type of vaporizer that includes flower that I think will fit right into any of those American marketplaces that don't allow the burning of fire, so combustible flower. So what this is a preloaded flower vape that is completely biodegradable, and I think, based on my experience with public policy, fits right into those states that think they've banned us, but they haven't. Financial information. This stuff is available on our CannAmericaBrands.com website, which is our investor website. It's got the cap table. It's got everything else. If you want to see the products, it's CannAmericaCo.com. And of course, we've got a great team filled with lots of experience. And if you have any other questions, Russell, one of our directors, is here in the audience as well. And my guess is that's our time. Thank you.